Also, one of the discussed underappreciated sports on campus and reigning West Coast Conference champions, our BYU women's golf, have spent a good deal of time in the national rankings and the reigning West Coast Conference Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year, Rose Huang, is back in Studio B. Rose, welcome back.
What's up, Rose?
Thank you.
Where do you feel more pressure at a time like this? Standing over an 8-foot putt to win, I don't know, let's say a conference championship, or taking your last set of finals?
Honestly, it's hard to decide. If you're putting chemistry as my final, it's really hard to decide. But I'd still say an 8-foot putt. More people count on that.
Yeah. Is chemistry your hardest class? What's your hardest class?
Chemistry.
Yeah. What's your easiest class?
Easiest class. Eastern religions.
Okay,
Eastern religion.
right now the
Yeah.
Eastern religion professor is like, I got to make my
really?
class harder.
Yeah, we'll see.
I got to
about
make
that.
this thing harder, man.
Exactly. You've been playing really well. The team's been playing really well. What kind of momentum do you feel like you guys have going into the West Coast Conference Championships this weekend?
We've got really good momentum right now, especially breaking Pepperdine's streak last year and moving on so far in the postseason. And this year we've been super consistent. Everyone's been playing well. And we turned a very individual sport into a very solid team sport this year. So I think we're feeling really good.
Explain that dynamic, too, because I get the sense that, led by your head coach, Kerry Roberts, this is a tight-knit group, and there's a handful of you, 6 to 8 or something? It is an individual sport, but you guys are really tight, and now it is a team sport.
Yeah, like before coming to college, I never got the full team experience, but I mean, these girls really made a difference. Like, we reach out to each other when we need help, moral support, birthdays, everything, and they surprise me with ice cream, and so it's just automatic friend group.
It's hard not to love
friend,
somebody that
yeah.
surprises you with ice cream.
That's the number one sign of a good friend. Is ice cream. We all know that.
Rose Huang of BYU Women's Golf with us in Studio B. What is the biggest advantage of being able to host the WCC tournament?
I think with golf, hosting makes a bigger difference than with so many other sports because every golf course is so different. You don't have 2 golf courses I like in the world. So for us to be able to play on Riverside, which is the course we play most on year-round, it's just we have so much more familiarity and it just feels comfortable. We know exactly what shots to play, how to expect the firmness of the greens and everything in that sense.
If you want to watch BYU men and women, the golf teams with the West Coast Conference Championships, you can go to Riverside Country Club. What's it going to be like to host that, where you could have fans and great support at home?
Well, after 2 years of playing on this team, we've never had a true home game or tournament. So I am eager to see how many people actually come out and watch us because I probably only had parents as spectators and like other rival coaches and pretty much no one else watched me play at a tournament. So I think it'll be good to see people my age or professors.
It's time to rep the Y. Get the Rock involved.
Yeah.
They're in Provo, man. Go and support BYU men's and women's golf starting on Thursday, and it runs all day.
You need to invite that chemistry professor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're like, hey, come watch. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, can you grade on a different scale and bump things up a little bit? Hey, there's nothing wrong with
Not
doing
like any other student, Spencer.
that. Yeah, yes. So we love superstitions, and with baseball and softball, they run rampant through the dugouts. Every player has their own little unique way of getting ready for the game. Are you superstitious? Like, do you have an approach to golf where you have to do something in a certain order? You have to put your golf glove on a certain way, or tie up your shoes a certain way. How are you that way?
I don't think I'm superstitious, but I feel like so there's this pair of sunglasses that I've worn since probably sometime in junior year, and for some reason I've always worn it during a good tournament. So my mom said, hey, those are your lucky sunglasses. And so sometimes even when it's not so bright outside anymore, like if we had a later tea time and it's getting a little bit dark, people will ask me, hey, can you still see with those on?
Hey, if you see Rose cruising around Provo at like 10 p.m. at night with the sunglasses on, just know she's in the zone.
Is that Bono? No, it's Rose Huang. Wow, that's crazy. At what point in a round, on a given day do you know this is going to be a good day? I'm kind of in the zone.
I'd say with golf, you never know, because out of the 18 holes, you could be, say, 200 par after 17, and say if 18 has some kind of hazard or like just something scary about it, you could be doing so well and it just ruins your whole day. And I've seen that happen before in my junior tournaments and such, but I feel like if you've done well the whole day, now like you're just confident and you're like, okay, I got this, and it really helps to have a good state of mind.
Does playing in Utah make a huge difference for you in your carry and the distance of the ball? Because you come from Hawaii, like the air is understandably heavier down there.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of a difference do you notice playing in Utah at 4,500 plus feet?
Well, I'd say 5% compared to sea level. So I just take the club that I would have sea level, and then whatever yardage I had for that, add 5% of it to decide what other club, like what new. No, other way around. I'm going the way when we have to play a tournament in California. So like, I guess the distance that I hit a certain club goes 5 yards longer here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing is, coaches sent us the yardage total for the WCC tournament, and I saw it's about 6,500 each day. But this whole year, the tournaments that we've played have pretty much all been at sea level, and the yardages have been at 6,100. So you can definitely see that big difference.
Interesting. Yeah. Tell us about your path to BYU. I know you're from Hawaii. You were born in China.
Yeah.
How'd you get to BYU?
Kind of a strange story, because when Coach Carey sent the assistant coach at that time, Coach Nick, to watch me at Junior Worlds after my sophomore year, I just had the worst year of golf in my life. I nearly quit because it was so bad, and I just felt like it was just really depressing me because I put in more and more time and effort, but I just got worse. And I feel like golf is one of those sports that really affect the rest of your life if you're not doing well. And basically, I wasn't really faring well in terms of getting myself recruited by coaches, and I had been like rejected through email by some other coaches or ignored, and it just was really sad for me. But I saw Coach Nick at the tournament, and he kind of started the contact, and not long after that, I got to visit BYU, and I fell in love with the campus and the girls on the team and coach. And I just kind of decided to commit early. But I feel like fate really played a hand at it, because literally the moment after I verbally committed, my game like skyrocketed and peaked like a few months after I committed. And then like a bunch of other coaches started being interested, and then but it was like, well, it's like I'm still the same person, but you guys never had that belief in me, but Coach Carey did. She knew my potential. So, yeah, I feel like fate really helped.
Rise and shout.
That
literally.
is fantastic
Raise your
stuff.
game. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and to all those other coaches, you won't say it, so I will. Reject this. West Coast Conference Player of the Year. What now?
Not even Dikembe Mutombo could reject that.
Rose, it's great to have you. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma for the West
Good
Coast
luck.
Conference
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Championships.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll do it again soon.
Okay.
All right, and go support BYU men's and women's golf Thursday through Saturday at Riverside Country Club for the WCC tournament.
free.
It's
Show up.
free.
Yeah.
Rep the Y. Let's go.